Is she's wifey for lifey?
No, 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 no.
Is she wifey for lifey? Sharp Game coming at you on another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Boss Life Secrets, which can be found on Amazon.com. So just that question, is she wifey for lifey? This is a question that I got. Dude basically wanted to know, hey, how do you tell if she's just a jump off or wife material? And I kind of don't like when guys say, hey, when guys throw around that phrase wifey for lifey, because they put women on a pedestal. A lot of those guys that talk like that. So whenever I hear that phrase, I kind of cringe. You know what I mean? But hey, let's get into it. Like, share this episode, and tell me what you think below. So, first things first. Most women that you're gonna meet are just average. Some below average. There's nothing special or unique about the women that you're gonna meet now or in the future. It just is what it is. Now, a lot of women tend to overvalue themselves because a lot of women think they're someone that they're not. And what it is, a lot of women don't know who they really are. And that's a problem. Because if they don't know who they are, they have insecurities. Don't like what they see when they look in the mirror. There's always something wrong with them. Some don't like how their eyes look. Some don't like how they don't like their lips. Some don't like their tits. Some don't like their butt. And on and on and on. Some don't like their skin color. That's a problem. Because if she don't like herself, if has issues with herself, how is she supposed to get to know you? That's the problem. Because it's impossible to really get into anybody else if you're not really into yourself. That's the problem with that. And I'm not going to get into that, but that's a video for another day. So, most women overvalue themselves, don't know who they are. And on top of that, this is the main reason why a lot of women focus on how they look. Because that's all most of them have. If you can get past how she looks, that's when you can really get to know her. It's really all about how much value she can bring to your life, how much value she can bring to your program, what you have going on. See, when a woman comes into your life, she should be like a breath of fresh air. See, the easiest thing, the smartest thing a woman should do to stick out amongst the other women that's probably around you is just try to do something that's going to make your life better. For example, I don't know what you do, but whatever you do, whatever you're doing, if a woman was around you for, it don't even have to be a month. It could be 2 weeks. She's listening to what you're saying. Maybe you're into physical fitness, for example. maybe she might make a recommendation to you, as far as building more muscle. Maybe she can introduce you to people that's into fitness, that has more experience than you. That's just one example. See, most women are not going to do that. Most women are not going to listen to very much of anything the guy is saying. No, they might listen to what he's saying, but they're not thinking how they could add into what he's doing. Most women don't even think like that. You know what most women are doing? Most women are sitting around thinking about how much she can get out of this guy as fast as possible. And that's going to, in some kind of way, I haven't figured this out yet, it's going to help her life get better in some way, somehow, which makes no sense in most cases, because the things that they get out of these guys, I'm like, he just got you drunk last night and fucked. How's that? What'd you get out of him? Oh, he spent money on me. Oh, okay, whatever. That's not really helping her. He just had fun with you. Having fun is not really having that type of fun. Getting drunk, partying, smashing. There's not much value there, But hey, that's how most women think. Let them keep doing what they're doing, and eventually they'll figure out that they're failing. and it's gonna be too late for a lot of women because they're gonna be too old, and the game gonna be over for most of them. See, most women are the same. Slightly different, but the same. And this is coming from somebody that's been, I've traveled all around the world, like literally, right? Even if you go to another country, most of those women are the same over there in that country. So the same rules apply regardless of where you go, what country you go, But let's say in America, North America, most women are the same here. Most women you meet are playing the same old jive lame game. They focus on how they look. That's all most women. That's pretty much their trump card. Focus on how they look, and they try to get as much as they can get out of you without giving you any cooch. Now if they have to give you some cooch, they'll do it if they think they're gonna get something in the long run or the next day. That's most women's game right there. That's probably good 70% of women's game right there. If you ask most women what they bring to the table, the first thing they're gonna say, oh yeah, I'll cook for them. Give them some good loving. They can't say, they have a hard time mentioning anything else outside of sex. If you don't believe me, try it out. Go around to, I don't know, let's say 10 women, and ask them what do they bring to the table as far as having a relationship with a man, and see how hard it is for them to say anything else besides sex. Yeah, most women are gonna be like, oh, I'll make love to him. I'm like, wait a minute. Now, I'm not talking. Forget the sex. Anything but sex. They can't name anything else. There's a lot of women today can't cook. They don't clean. They're not like the traditional women for sure. And that's another thing. A lot of women today will say they want a traditional man, right? But they don't want to be the traditional woman. They want to be the modern day woman. So a lot of women will say, well, I don't want to be like your mom. So that means they don't want to cook. They don't want to clean. They don't want to stay in the house. And they don't want to take care of the kids. See, you want a woman that cares about family, that has the same values, are very similar when it comes to family and raising kids. That's what you want. You need a woman that, if you leave the house, that she can hold it down and the shit won't fall apart. You know, that's what you need. You don't need a headache. There's a lot of women are very combative. A lot of women, guys are in they battle. See, a lot of guys, we have to go outside, go to work, bring home the bacon, right? And a lot of guys have to come home and they're competing against the woman too. See, a lot of women out here are headaches. A lot of women out here, they really, a lot of guys need to get rid of them. But, there's that old saying that says, hey, it's cheaper to keep her. But peace of mind, my brother, is priceless. That's what I always said. But a lot of women out here, man, they're headaches. A lot of them don't bring very little value. A lot of them are disrespectful. A lot of them learn to disrespect the guys. They disrespect the guys, but then they don't want to leave the guy. If they find out the guy is trying to talk to somebody else, then they get jealous. So you have a lot of women out here that they just don't want to be by themselves, but they don't really want to be with the guy that they're with either. It's kind of a weird, wacky thing, I don't even try to make no sense of it because it doesn't make any sense. But, and that's part of the problem today. A lot of women just don't make sense. A lot of stuff they do. A lot of women today, I think a lot of them are popping too many pills today. A lot of women are on antidepressants. A lot of them get sick in the 30s. That's another thing you got to look out for. You want a woman that's mentally stable. So you want a woman that have a stable, healthy family background. You don't want a woman that believes in popping the pills. Now, there's some women I've met, they believe in the pill. You show them that pill, they gonna take it on the spot. If they think it's gonna help whatever they got going on, they're gonna pop that pill. They don't believe in anything natural, anything organic. Everything is instant. You don't want to be with a woman that's like that. You want to be with a woman that she believes in the natural way. She believes in the things being organic. Food. She don't eat anything. There's a lot of women out here that eat anything. Eat anything. Don't really care. Not health conscious at all. How you gonna have a kid? How she's gonna bear kids like that? Eating anything? Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I'm not really into fat women. That's another thing, And the problem with a lot of women women today don't get shamed like they used to. I remember when I was growing up, women used to get shamed if she was fat. They used to get shamed if she was a home wrecker. But today, no. Women today are, big fat Lizzo. She's being celebrated. People lie to people all the time. They lie to people on the internet. They lie to them in their face and everything. And that's where we at today. We live in a world where people will force their beliefs, their habits, their way of being on you, and they expect you not to say anything about it. And if you say anything about it that goes against how they live, they'll say you're a hater. I'm like, no, I'm not a hater. I'm just not down with that lifestyle. That's all. So that's where we at today. You know, but I always tell dudes, I say, look, most women you're gonna meet, not only are they average, and the majority of them are below average, but most of them are unfit for marriage. Most of them, I would say, are probably good for booty calls. I call them good time girls. You know, the good time girls. You know, the girls that you, when Friday comes, y'all hanging out on the weekends. Y'all might even go out of town together from time to time. You go to the club together. She call you up to look at the football game. Y'all might have a lot of drinks. if you're a drinker, I'm not a drinker. I'm not much of a drinker anymore. Those are the good time girls. After the club, you bring her back to your house, or you go to her house, you smash, wake up the next day, she cook for you, and see you the next time. Those are good time girls. You need women that's like that. But don't marry them. They're unfit. They're not, they're just not good for marriage. A lot of those women have been ran through. You know, they have too many bad habits. You know, a lot of them come from broken homes. A lot of them come from parents that really didn't teach them anything. You know, see, I believe that most people have to be raised a certain type of way to be wife material. Yeah, I think it's very difficult for women, especially, to be one way for 30 years and make a dramatic shift and become like a brand new woman. I found that to be very difficult for most women, just most people in general, really. See, most people, I've learned this as I gotten older, most people don't change unless they've had some type of tragic accident or went in a coma and came back out or something like that. But if that ain't the case, most people don't change. Most people, if you met them at 30 and you meet them again at 40, it's probably going to be the same, you know. And if you met her at 40 and you see her again at 50, she's probably going to be the same. Now, and check this out. Once most people, especially women, get past the age of 40, that's pretty much who they're going to be for the rest of their life. And it's nothing you can do to change that. The only person that can change them is them. Now, you might be able to assist them, but the only people that can change them is them. So you really have two options. Either you can keep them around or get rid of them. That's really it. If you keep them around, you can't complain, because that's how they are. And you know how they are. And, you know, there's some people are not bad people. They're just not fit for marriage. They're not fit for long-term relationship. They're not fit for a family. Now, there's some guys that marry women that are not fit for marriage and family. They make that mistake. It happens to a lot of guys. And they end up divorcing these women, and they get married to the second woman that is fit for marriage. and family and to raise kids. This is why a lot of guys say the first marriage is like the start of marriage. And the second one is the complete marriage. They get it right the second time. It happens a lot to a lot of guys, you know, because when you're young, there's no, there's no blueprint to relationships, really. You know, a lot of guys don't have nobody to talk to. And see, the problem, one of the biggest problems is it takes time to get to know women. I would say it's going to take you at least a year to know if she's fit or unfit for a long-term relationship or a family. Why? Because women put their best foot forward first. Because, see, every woman thinks they're the baddest bitch. Every woman thinks that they got the best cooch on the planet. Every woman puts their best foot forward. I've never heard a woman say she wasn't shit. I've never heard a woman talk like that. Every woman thinks they're the shit. This is why it's going to take you at least a year. I'm not going to say you know everything within a year or after a year, but you're going to know enough. That's what I would say. Because she's not going to be able to keep that front up but so long. It's only a matter of time. Things are going to start slipping out. Because women are not that consistent. Most people aren't, but women are really not consistent. Because, see, if a woman keeps doing the same thing over and over, especially if she don't like doing it, that gets boring. And see, here's another thing you have to keep in mind. Now, there's some people that you might say, hey, she's a nice girl, whatever, and they're naturally nice because that's who they are, right? But then again, there's some people, they're not naturally nice. They're just being nice. They're not being nice. They're acting nice. Acting nice and being nice is two different things. Being nice, that's who you are. Acting nice, that's like putting up a front. And if you have to act nice, you're not going to be able to do that but so long. You're going to fall off. This is why it takes so long. This is why you have to take your time to get to know women. You know what I mean? That's just how it is, man. You know, my grandmother used to tell me, look deep before you leap. You know? So that's what I would say, man. This is a lot of it can be very time consuming, you know. It's not, but you shouldn't be in any rush anyway. You shouldn't be in any rush. But a woman that's around you should be of value. She should bring value to your life. You know, the problem with a lot of times is guys have women around them with that drama. It shouldn't be no drama. It's okay to have disagreements, but you shouldn't have no drama in your life. It shouldn't be no woman trying to compete against you like a man. Get rid of her. You get rid of her. Get rid of those people. You only got one life to live, man. You got to stop spending your time around people that are just not into you like that. And it's okay. Everybody's not for everybody. But you want people around you that want to be around you. That's all I got. Any comments, concern, leave it below. I highly recommend you check out my book, Boss Life Secrets. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.